John, what's going on? Oh, Jason, what's going on, man? Hey, Jason, I have to believe you that. I know you tell me things already, you know what I mean, but for some reason, though, Jason, I had to tell. But the only ways I have to forgive you, my last limits, so the only things I've gave you that things already, though. But for some reason, I just to give you that for a whole reason already. So, I'm getting honest for a nervous all the time already. You know, it's just being honest, man. I couldn't reach anything for my own times. But unexpected, actually, yeah. For some reason, I have to do my best, man. But you're my best man, aren't you, Jason? You know, you're doing a lot of few things, haven't you? 'Cause I didn't exactly what I was thinking of, but to be thinking of right now, Jason, I have to make everything honoured. And I wish to continue on our list. But actually, yeah, you know, for some reason, it's been a whole time to see you again. But I really wanted to apologize for, you know, something's kind of weird, actually, and, just believe me, though, I couldn't even do that if I were you. So for some reason, it's been a long time that we've both seen each other. You know what I mean? I know it's getting weird, and I'm always want to try my best. You know what I mean? So for a whole reason, I know it's kind of weird for saying that I know things is going to do what it happens to say, but for some reason I cannot do my best. Trying to do my best as I wish, Maybe I should be proud of you for one day. You're the one who's giving me the right thing. For some reason, I might want to give you that for a whole thing later on. So, for some reason, Jason, I didn't want to ask you again, but, first thing is, the only things I have to give you, for some reason, it hurts me a lot. It hurts a lot of feelings. It hurts my feelings a lot, Jason. So I just made it out for some reason, but my wife's told me that. But wisely. She's been oblivious to my presence. But my presence in my mind, actually. My presence. It's only my presence. For some reason, Jason, it is very unpleasant to see you, but it's very unpleasant to be assumed to all understandings. For some reason, if I'm very miserable from getting away, but this is a miserable day, I have to fly back to Colorado, Florida, Arizona, and yeah, but this whole world is about to end up. If we're both about to end up, we both ended up in our stations. But this is unfair for recent activities. But the main real problem is that we've made a statement. But of course, making the real factions, but one of the faction armies haven't do what they wanted. So I have to suggest to everyone who did not make them the right choice, so then it won't remind me, but it doesn't remind me than its normal senses. But my sense doesn't give you anything that what their choices are, but it doesn't. Yes, John, I know. You know Gary broke out of prison for good during a riot? He didn't do the right thing. Really, Jason? Yeah, you're right, but Gary he was being arrested, but he was arrested last 6 to 7 months, I think. When I was guessing, but he was arrested from 7 months, last 7 months ago, Jason. But I feel bad for Gary, but I feel sad for Gary, you know what I mean? He's my best man, you know what I mean? I didn't know what to do about Gary, but this is really bad, actually. But immediately it's been a long time to see Gary, but I didn't know you, but you didn't know when I was here, but it's a long time when I saw Gary. When I saw Gary then, when he was busted, but he was out. When he would burst out of prison. When he broke out of prison, that was a matter of time, Jason. But I had to say though, it's nice to meet Gary again. Of course, eventually. And by the way, I didn't know that you're the one who's arrested Gary, didn't you? But I know you undercover though, Jason, but I know you undercover. That's why Gary gets what he deserves. He gets what he deserves, but not for anyone who could mention Gary. But he didn't mention Gary, but, well, they all mentioned Gary for the whole time. As I suggest though, Jason, we knew about Gary for the whole time. Sixth sense, I have to say though, Jason. But we know things has all happened. It's gonna happening at this time soon, but the lockdown should be finished at all cost next month. Yeah, well, something like that, of course, recently. Maybe you should try your best. But to do so, Jason, you have to try your best, actually. But maybe you should get on with your work. Get on with your started work. But for the process, you'll need it to be focused on your positions. Focus on your attention to make this happen. But the reason why I've seen you again, nothing will happen to us again. But towards that, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter about what happens. I tell you what, anyone could mention you for the whole time, didn't they? And I didn't know that you're the one who makes responsible for her whole life. Then we knew that we should give Gary a chance. That we had an issue with him before he came last for the second. But I knew sometimes Gary, he never used to be in your own place. But right now, Jason, maybe you should try your best. You're the best undercover ever. You know that? Undercover? Yeah, I appreciate that one, but thanks for telling me about me, but, thanks for telling about me. For some reason, I know you telling something about me for a reason, but for no reason actually, But it's been a hard time to complete your process. Actually, John, I have to go right now because we've both been started for the next time. Well, next time we met, we'll get everything we needed and then get loads of things out, alright? I'll tell you what, John, you have a good day. But you have a good evening, though, John. I will take care of any of these people who haven't been undetected of all. But thanks for giving me your advice.